I didn't learn wisdom from a book or a stage. I learned it from prayers I was scared to say. From nights on my knees asking God for direction when my plans fell apart and I needed correction. I tried leaning on pride, it never held weight. Tried trusting my time and I learned how to wait. God showed me silence isn't him stepping away. Sometimes he's shaping you before he makes a way. I watched doors close that I begged him to keep. Only later I saw he was protecting me. Every loss pushed me closer to truth. Every setback stripped pride, made room for his use. That's how I learned. When I stopped talking loud and started listening first, that's how I learned. When I trusted God's hand even when it hurt, I didn't grow strong from doing it right. I grew and I gave, got control of my life, that's how I learned. By letting them lead when I couldn't discern. I learned faith isn't saying you never doubt. It's choosing to trust when the answers run out. I learned God corrects, but he never condemns. He rebuilds your heart, he don't shame where you've been. I learned not every delay means no. Sometimes he's guarding paths you don't yet know. I learned peace doesn't come from control. It comes when you place your plans in his hold. I stopped asking God just to bless what I want. Started asking him, Lord, shape who I'm not. I learned obedience costs, but regret costs more. So I follow his voice, not the open door. That's how I learned. Yeah. When I laid down fear and pride got burned. That's how I learned. Yeah. When God spoke truth and my heart confirmed. I didn't need proof written bold in the sky. I needed faith strong enough to apply. That's how I learned. Yeah. Walking with God, not ahead of him. Yeah, I learned discipline is spiritual too. Showing up daily is worshiping truth. I learned God stay patient when I move slow. Still guides my steps when I don't know the road. I learned growth isn't loud or praise. Sometimes it's private and deeply sacred. I learned the word hits hardest when it's lived. Not quoted for show, but practiced within. If I could speak to my younger self now, I say trust God sooner, don't fight him so loud. Every scar I carry still points me back. That's how I learn, and I stay on that path. That's how I learn. Through surrender, not just what I earn. Not my strength, not my terms, God led me through. Yeah. That's how I learned. Yeah. God led me through. That's how I learned. Not my way, not my time.